In 2022, China's population shrank for the first time since the Great Leap Forward famine of the early 1960s. It has been shrinking since. RAND published its analysis for what this means for China's security this month. The numbers are specific. By 2050, China could lose 250 million people from its current 1.4 billion. That is nearly three quarters of the entire United States population today, gone from China's demographic base within one generation. South Korea's fertility rate is currently zero point 0.7, which means 13 grandchildren for every 100 grandparents, two generations from now. China is not at South Korea's level, but it is heading in the same direction, and the trajectory has not reversed despite years of policy intervention. The conventional analytical response to this is reassuring. A demographically declining China is an economically weakening China. Pension costs rise, working age population contracts, military recruitment becomes harder. A China that is getting old before it gets rich cannot sustain a prolonged military campaign. R&D's analysis makes a different argument, and it is the argument that nobody is stating clearly in public discourse. Authoritarian regimes contemplating a future of demographic and economic decline, R&D confirmed, may be tempted to challenge today's rules-based order. While they are still able to do so, the logic is not comfortable, but it is historically documented. Declining powers facing a closing window of relative strength have made aggressive moves before the window closes. Japan in 1941, Germany in 1914. The demographic clock creates a strategic logic of its own. China's military modernization program has a specific target year 2027. The People's Liberation Army has been explicitly directed to be capable of conducting operations against Taiwan by that date. CFR's 2026 conflict risk assessment rated a cross-strait crisis at 50% likelihood, the highest category. China's working age population is already contracting. Every year that passes makes a large scale military operation more demographically costly to sustain. The conventional wisdom says a declining China is a safer China. RAND says the opposite. A declining China with a closing military window and an authoritarian leadership that has staked its legitimacy on national rejuvenation is a China with every incentive to act before the window closes entirely. Demographic decline does not make China less dangerous. It makes the next decade more dangerous, and every decade after that progressively safer. The question worth sitting with, if that logic is correct, what is the window? How long does it stay open? And what happens if it closes without actions from China's perspective?